want to show you how I am going to maximize one single pasture-raised chicken to get the most that I can out of it. I am going to get 3 different meals out of one single chicken. I want to show you exactly how I do that so that you too can get the best bang for your buck. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start the week here. I'm going to show you. I've got one chicken. It has been thawing in my refrigerator. Here she is. She looks beautiful. First night starts with roasting the chicken.
Okay, you guys, it's time to get started, and I'm going to start off with the roasted chicken for the week. So this is a great idea to roast the chicken. It's a basic recipe. It just gets you a chicken cooked. That way you can eat it for your dinner on the night that you cook it, and then you'll have that leftover meat from the chicken to make some recipes for the rest of the week. So I'm just starting out here by cutting up some potatoes. I've got some baby carrots that were in the fridge already, and I'm going to roast those alongside the chicken as well. Next, I'm going to make a simple, super simple herb butter just to put under the skin of the chicken to keep the chicken really tender and moist throughout cooking, and it's just going to add a little bit of flavor to the chicken as well. Into my herb butter, I'm just putting a few seasonings too. And this, again, is just what's going to go underneath the skin of the chicken. So I'm cooking one chicken because it's just my husband and I that will be eating throughout the week. But if you have a bigger family than I do, or you're serving more people, then you would cook maybe 2 chickens at the beginning of the week. And then you still will have plenty of leftover meat remaining for the rest of the recipes for this week. I'm just adding a bit of seasoning and olive oil to the vegetables here, and then make a little bit of a well in the middle. That way I can put the chicken in. And I just lift the skin from the meat itself. That way that makes a nice pocket underneath there to put that herb butter into. This chicken is going to go into the oven about 375 degrees, and it's going to cook for around an hour or an hour and a half. Sometimes it takes a little longer than an hour, so just be sure that you check the temperature of the chicken before you get it out. Check it right between the leg and thigh where the meat connects to the breast area, and make sure you got around 160 degrees or higher. Everything looks good on this one, so it's coming out, and we'll have it for supper tonight. The next recipe that I'm going to do for this week is green enchiladas. So I just used the recipe from the can of green enchilada sauce for these enchiladas. All I did was pull about 2 cups of meat off of the chicken, chop that up, and then I used it to make these super simple green enchiladas. This was a super easy dinner, quick and delicious. All I did was serve this with some corn. And then the third meal for the week, a little bit later in the week, is chicken and dumplings. So this meal was very easy too. All I did was, on a separate day, I actually made this broth, and I used my Instant Pot on the slow cook setting to make this broth. I'm just cutting up some veggies, onion, celery, carrot, and I'm going to add that into the pot along with what's left of my chicken carcass there. So there's still some meat on there, not a ton, but still plenty for the soup. And I'm just going to put all of that into the pot along with some salt, and then I will cover both the veggies and the chicken with some water. Ended up using probably about 4 quarts of water almost, and I got a good amount of broth from this chicken. Later in the day, after I had strained the broth and picked the chicken again to get all of the remaining chicken meat off those bones, I made up some simple dumplings. I linked the recipe for those dumplings in the description box. That way you can go to that recipe too. And we had the most delicious dinner that night with chicken and dumplings and cornbread. I think you're going to love this easy way to use one chicken for 3 meals. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope it gave you some inspiration for this week, and I will see you back here real soon.